Well, hello guys on YouTube today. Well, I want to show you guys a video today on how to clean your spark plugs. Well, I got a E3 spark plug, I got a J spark plug, and I got 4 different style spark plug removals. Well, these 3 here uses the ratchet to loosen these up. Well, only one does not, is this one. But let's talk about the E3 spark plug. This is a E3 E3.12 spark plug. And you can see, it's nice and clean. You can see that, guys? It's not as dirty because I cleaned it. And the reason why I want to share this video with you guys today is to save you guys money in the long run, instead of buying brand new spark plugs every year. Well, if you got still good spark, means your spark plugs are still good. Well, let's take a look at this J spark plug. Well, this J spark plug is kind of fouled. Now, the reason why it's so fouled because it has all this grime and oil and gasoline dirt on it. But you can clean that up with a simple tool like a Dremel or a piece of sandpaper. And be very careful not to sand it too hard, to sand it lightly. It will come clean when you take it out, and when you put it back in, it will come out filed again. But the reason why I want to show this video with you guys is I am talking about weed needles. 2-cycled weed needles with the spark plugs. This is a J spark plug. This is a E3 spark plug. This one runs a lot better on my machine versus this piece of crap. It doesn't really do what it's supposed to be doing. But yeah, let's talk about the different spark plug removing tools. Well, because some are a different style. Like this one is a 5 1/8 16 millimeter socket for the spark plug. But I won't fit these ones because it's too small. This one's also a 9 1/16 spark plug removal. Of course, won't move these ones. Well, I don't know what this one is because it does not have the marking on it. I do not know what size this one is. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could tell you what this size is. I don't know. Well, here's this one. This one is just a folded. It's open-ended on both sides. Means this one is a 3 1/16 on this side. This side is a 3 and probably a 3 1/4 on this side. That one fits these spark plugs. See? But when I use this tool, sometimes I use that, or sometimes I have to use a screwdriver to open it. Well, if I take a look at this one, see, this one just doesn't do anything because it's just way too big to fit these smaller spark plugs. That's the reason why I have 3 different spark plug tool removals. Well, the reason why I want to show you the cleaning and how to clean your spark plug. And yes, let's go ahead and clean the J spark plug. All you need is a paper towel, and also the type of tool you'll be using is a Dremel. Well, let's go ahead and take the spark plug. And what I do is I just clean around the threads like this. Just twist it around both. They twist it like this. And see how much of that gunk and oil you get off if you just clean it this way? Well, sometimes you can't get it 100% clean. Sometimes you can use spark plug cleaner, but not always. But you see, here's just how much dirt is on a spark plug. Well, let's try it a 3rd time. See how much dirt we get off. Just like right around. So it's pretty dirty, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get my drum oil. Sometimes I'll use a bit of sandpaper to clean it, or the drum oil that works just fine. But I'm showing you this, guys, because I think it will save you tons of money instead of replacing your spark plugs all the time. Well, just take a bit of sandpaper and just lightly sand the top. Not just sand the top. See, it's getting clean. You want to make sure you get the J-spark plug clean. There you see. Ta-da! You just keep sanding it. Very lightly, not very hard. And sometimes you can actually get the spark plugs to work again. And you would take the bit of sandpaper you got and sand the gap in between the spark needle. And sometimes you might have to re-gap it. And sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. But it's better to re-gap the thing. But the reason why I want to show you this little trick, because it has worked for me in the past many times, instead of me running out to a hardware store and have to get in new spark plugs every year for my weed eaters. And I just like lightly sand it, you know, get all that gunk and everything off. Well, you can see it's now a little bit getting cleaner. And you want to keep on sanding it lightly. Don't poke the hole in the sandpaper, by the way. And you just lightly sand it. That's all you do. See? Because see, it's now clean. Well, I mean, it's not 100% clean, but it's going to be clean enough for government work. If you want to save some money on how to clean your spark plugs. Now, the other option is to take a Dremel buffle, or, you know, a Dremel buffle, and I will show you that too as well, is to sand a little bit of the head of where it connects spark. But yeah, you can replace your spark plug if you want, but this little trick has saved me many times replacing my spark plugs. And I'm going to go ahead and take out my Dremel, and I'm going to take out a piece of, I might use this copper looking one, if I can get it out of my toolbox on. Alright, little buffle. Alright, the reason why I want to show you this trick is you can actually save yourself a lot of money. Because spark plug can be quite expensive over time. Of how many times you want to replace them. And this is going to be a little bit louder again. And all you do is just like lightly. Well, you know, it's not going to sand it. It's just going to try to clean the top of it. Okay, just like that. Let's get this off. Sorry about the noise, guys, but like I said, you can take a Dremel or a sandal. Now you got a clean looking spark plug again. Now, it's not fully clean, but if it's still a good spark plug, you can actually just take and use it again. I mean, I know it's not the best way to clean these things, but I just use a bit of a little sandpaper, a Dremel, anything I can resalvage my spark plugs, guys. I mean, it would be just better off to try to resalvage the spark plugs than trying to buy new ones. Now, this one here I already cleaned, and I'm also going to go ahead do the same method like I did with that one, is I'm going to clean the little thing underneath, the sparkle underneath. Not too hard and not too wet. See, there's the sparkle, looks clean. I'm going to clean the underneath it as well. Just a little bit of sandpaper and a little bit of, you know, whatever. I mean, it will just come clean. But if you want to go the more of a cheaper way, this is the one option you can do, guys. But like I said, it's totally up to you guys. If you want to save money or not money on your spark plugs. I mean, it is totally up to you guys on what you want to do with your spark plugs, on how to clean them or how you want to clean them. I mean, I find it's just a lot easier to clean them instead of trying to waste money buying brand new ones. But brand new ones are a good idea for using the spark plugs. But cleaning your spark plugs will last you a pretty long time. But not always. I mean, I just cleaned this one, I cleaned that one. Well, you can see, that's a bit of sandpaper and a Dremel tool. You can just go ahead and clean your spark plugs. But you can see, ta-da! Now it looks too dirty and it looks a little bit clean on the top. But that's all it counts. You really don't need to worry about this side, but you can want to clean that if you want. That's up to you. Or even a bit of steel wool can also clean these. And also a bit of that scrub pad, like a sponge thing, you can scrub that off too. But like I said, I mean, this has saved me in the past buying spark plugs. But by the way, this spark plug has been in 3 different engines of weed eaters. This spark plug, it's been in my older home, like also in my newer home, like this is what I'm running in my home like right now. I'm also running this one and nothing because it's just a spare spark plug. And by the way, if you want to know what the model is of that spark plug, it's a J style spark plug. It would be part number like there. It would be RCJ6Y spark plug. That's if you want to know what type of weed eater you got. I got the Homelike Mighty Light Edition. You see it's a straight shaft one here. That's the spark plug it uses. That as well. But its own options you can clean and I don't know ways you can clean your spark plugs, guys. I mean, I just think it's the easiest way to clean your spark plugs if you just save them. If you don't throw them away, if you can figure out how to clean them. I mean, it'll save you tons of money of cleaning your spark plugs, guys. I mean, it does a lot for me. I mean, you see how much dirt builds up over time. All you do is just get yourself a paper towel, go ahead and just clean the edges, or clean the screws. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this one. Is just clean it. You see, it still has a little bit of dirt on it, but as long as the spark plug still works, guys, I don't see why you have to replace them every year. But if you want to replace them every year, when that season comes to that year to replace your spark plugs, go for it, guys. I mean, that's, it's up to you guys. I mean, it's not up to me. But I just like cleaning my spark plugs. I mean, I cleaned this one I don't know how many times, and it works just fine for me. I mean, and by the way, this is a J spark plug. It's, like I said before, it's RCJ6Y. If you want to know the model on this one, this is the model for this one. For the Mighty Light Home Lake. This one here is a E312 spark plug. This is a completely different model. If you want to know what the model of this one is 6.495.948. That's the spark plug I'm using in my Mighty Light Home Lake engine. And yes, and it's the straight shaft on how to clean your spark plug and stuff like that. I mean, it's a great way to save you some money and also save you some frustration and time, because the reason why I figure it would be easier to clean it is because, say if you want to clean your spark plug and if you don't have that type of spark plug, or the company doesn't have that spark plug anymore, or whatever store you get your spark plug from, gotta make sure. But I mean, I'm gonna be buying more of these spark plugs versus the J spark plugs. I mean, I think my Home Lake engine will start better with a E3 spark plug. And a little bit of maintenance and a little bit of care on your spark plug, guys. Your spark plugs are going to last you a long time. Trust me, guys. I mean, I cleaned so many spark plugs in this engine, and I mean, it's just a grateful little how to type of way to keep your spark plugs nice and clean. But like I said, I mean, it's just very a good idea to clean your spark plugs. But if you want to go ahead and replace them if the foul, if they're worn down, if they no longer work, if they no longer spark, hey, go for it. I mean, a bit of sandpaper, good old-fashioned grit paper, or you want fine grit. You don't want very high-end grit paper. But like I said, this spark plug, for how many years I take it out, clean it every year, see, this files right back up again. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, the spark plug will last you longer than the J spark plug. And the reason why I call it a J spark plug, because it's like a J. Okay. The reason why this one is called an E spark plug, because this looks like an E inside. No, and it's not a J spark plug. You can see it goes up, bends down. This one goes up and it goes like a J. This one does not do that. And yes, this will fit a 2-cycled and a 4-cycled weed eater engine. Just gotta figure out which one to get. This one, like I said, is the E312 spark plug. And by the way, it's all sorts of different ways to buy spark plugs and different ways to clean them. But this method has shown me, instead of me running to a store, showing this little guy away, I can just clean it for less than a minute to get my old engine running again. And yes, I do maintain my weed eater, and yes, I do clean my stuff. And at times, I don't feel the need to replace my spark plugs all the time. But yes, spark plugs are important for your engines and stuff like that. But if you want to replace them, go for it. I mean, that would save you money too. But if this video helped you on how to clean your spark plugs, well, there you go. I mean, how to save some money instead of buying new spark plugs every year. Well, okay guys, I hope this video have helped you out on how to troubleshoot your spark plugs and on how to clean them. Like I said, leave a comment below if you want more how-to videos on how to maintain your spark plugs. And yes, subscribe to my channel, please share this video, and also please like this video. Okay guys, peace out. Bye from your Chris here on how to clean your spark plugs.